Yep. Hi, everybody. It's Michael and Julie again for Solas Inspirational Chats. And we have the wonderful Felix Hyde, who is a grid worker, does lots of work right around the world, and was recently here with us in Era to have a chat with us for Samhain.
Our sound special, yes, indeed. The Eve Galera Hispanically. And what a delight to talk to Felix. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. So we always feel like we're having a chat with you, Felix. But you do such tremendous grid work when you come here, and you were in Carlow, and we brought you down to our Solas Healing Centre too. So we'd be delighted if you could share with our viewers any information or any guidance or channeling you have about Era or Sound or whatever suits you, because we're just delighted to chat.
Okay, thanks so much for having me on, guys. It's lovely to see you both again. I mean, the last trip we did was fantastic. It was so magical. That there's been a real movement at the moment to claim back the heart space, and I think this is so important as we're kind of going in towards the last point of the year. So we've got maybe like 2 months left of the year. And what I found was really interesting about this grid work trip that we did was there was a chain of events that had happened just before I actually went, and it was revolving around tightness in the heart, chest pains, and things like that. And then as we moved into the first day of grid working, which took us to Ishnok, um, we weren't actually allowed in because I didn't realize that we needed to have tickets to go in, and it was like a 2 hour tour and stuff like that. But we got to the gates, and I just saw all of this emerald light. I felt it through every level of my body. All of this emerald light just surging through and re-entering into the land. Now, it was interesting because I heard a couple of people say that one of the hawthorns had died over there, or one of the trees had died over there. And all of these kind of, oh, I'd never go over to that place kind of mindset. But what I felt there was a really magical experience of this emerald light returning and claiming back the marriage point to the earth, the hub point of communion with the land. And this was taken through with the emerald consciousness, which is the mother ray. So as the mother ray returned, all of the animals turned and started to moo. And then within about 5 minutes, I heard, and it will just be as if someone will just come and let you in. And then I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, laughing and thinking it was just a voice in my head taking the piss. And then within 5 minutes, a man came over and just let us in. And it turned out to be one of the tour guides that was connecting to all the mythology there. So he knew about all of the myths. And as we were invited in to listen, he just started to give us a bit of a tour, tell us about everything that was going on there. And as he was talking, my whole body was like heating up. It was going into like real high vibrational currents. There was kind of like a full restructuring going on as he was relaying the story to me, which don't ask me what it was now because I can't remember. But as he was talking to me, it was like everything that he was saying was validating all of this emerald ray reclaiming the land, the way that it was meant to be all along.
Yeah.
So through the understanding that he was providing, was giving this light meaning as it was coming in, so it could fully alchemize and integrate into the structure. Now, the next day is when I saw you guys, which was when we were taken over to the Hill of Tara. We went over there. And on the Hill of Tara, we did a clearing on the 3 mounds. So one of the 3 mounds, which was really significant because as we were kind of diving into this, this area that we were in was like a hub point for the Emerald Crystal Heart Network. It's the HQ, let's say. And as we were going into that, all of this kind of artificial currents, artificial or engineered reversed currents on the heart started to decompress and break down. And then I think at one point I physically felt like I was going to throw up.
Yeah, I remember.
And as we were kind of processing this up and out, all of these birds, all of these corvids started to squawk and start flying around and stuff, which I thought was very interesting. But it doesn't just stop there, because as all of this artificial machinery was kind of being taken out to be seen and recoded, and this allowed the recirculation of organic heart currents to move back in. This bridged up vertically into what's called the Amorea flame, and that started to loop back down into the Emerald Crystal Heart Network, where different sites across the globe started to activate. Now, the night before, I think it was the night before, I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw all of this alien machinery around me. And I could see it with my physical eyes, not like with my third eye. It was like physically in my room. And that says to me the work that was done at Ishnok, then following into what we were doing the next day, there was a big link about the emerald light ray reclaiming the landmass and reclaiming and pulling back what's rightfully yours. So all of these black magic grids and reversal grids that are overlaid to Ireland will have been linked into that AI architecture that basically inverts the current, and that's what locks the black magic grids in place. So you've got the black magic grids that's used to power up the AI, but the AI holds it in place. So you've got this reversal current that holds it in place. You've got the black magic that layers on top of it. And then until that's kind of been broken down, you've got layer upon layer upon layer of hybrid AI merged with demonic or black magic. And this kind of holds an anchor point. So when we went into Tara, that all started to decompress and open out. I can feel my body opening as I'm saying this as well. So that all started to open out and gradually just start to break away, which allowed the higher DNA currents to start coming in, which allowed the God worlds to reconnect into their place where they're meant to. And that started to power up the Crystal Heart Network, the Emerald Crystal Heart Network. Now, interestingly enough, that seat, Tara was used as the seat of governance to create law originally, right?
Yeah.
So what we were seeing there was a reclaiming of the right to create law within the rightful land. And that AI inversion that was interlocked within there will have stolen that right. And that what we can see the AI as is a system of control. Yeah. So as that all kind of started to decompress and break down, when I got back from Ireland, I had like tremendous chest pains, really bad heart pains, and went through a processing of having to kind of relive a heart attack experience from a previous life, which wasn't very fun. But it was basically, I had to kind of witness the whole thing as we went through. And what the inversion was that held the kind of heartbreak, heart attack experience together was how so many of us had been duped into fighting for Christ, right? Fighting for Christ. But the truth is, Christ would never want you to fight.
Yeah.
So there's a whole big inversion that created such trauma in the soul spirit to trick many, many people into fighting for their religion, fighting for their rights, fighting for their faith. And that is completely the opposite of what we were meant to be doing. And then through that, this allowed all the release of spiritual betrayal, which is all stored in the heart. It's stored in the soul, the lower levels of the soul. And that gradually started to phase out, which then went on to claiming back the lower part of the soul. All of the heart pain went, all of the distortion went. And it was just, it triggered like a whole set of events afterwards that basically reclaimed back the heart, because this big spiritual betrayal is where the soul doesn't want to look at itself due to seeing the acts that it had done. So take like the time of the Crusades, having to fight for their faith. Oh, we're going to go and fight for Christ over here and over there. But that's the opposite of what was wanted. So it was huge. It was so big. And then I'm also noticing other people online talking about going to get ECGs around that time as well, and making sure that hearts are in good order. And these aren't like old people, these are young people. So there was obviously a big chain of events on a planetary grid perspective that have been affecting so many people of that caliber.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've spoken with David Essery about is the fact that when all this these light codes and everything are coming in, the heart expands. But part of the issue that people are having is the pericardium, which is the muscle around the heart, doesn't expand at the same rate. So people feel the chest pains, they feel the constriction. We have a friend who's gone to hospital twice and he's having a heart attack.
Yes, we're not naming names.
And we're not naming names.
Describe them instead.
Yeah. And yeah, he's gone to hospital twice, ambulance in, and all the rest of it, and overnights. And basically, it's the heart expanding, but the muscle around it isn't expanding as quickly. So they're feeling constricted, and fear steps in, you know. And
Right.
yeah, but I personally, yeah, you know, we spoke about what had happened during the night for you, and
Mhm.
it made so much sense based on what we'd done in Tara and what you'd done previously in Ishnok as well. You know, releasing all the stuff. And I don't know if you know, but they used to say there were 16 layers of darkness over Era. A lot of those have been dissipated thanks to people like you and other people we've had here, the likes of Huna Flash and that. And it's really great. We can feel there's a lightness. Yeah, there is some darkness still here, but it's getting lighter as we go, which is great. And we really appreciate it.
Oh, yes, it was wonderful having you over, and it was wonderful being in Tara with you. And Michael and I love to go there for the summer solstice, and then for the winter solstice we showed you also, because you were with us in our home, the hill of Tara in Gorey. So we're very blessed to have so many magic mountains, as we call them, which are linked back to the legends and the myths of our beautiful island. And also, you're our sound special. And Felix, this weekend there's a Misha Era festival. Michael and I will be going over to it in the west of Era. We call it Era. We don't call it Ireland or Angerland, because it goes back to the goddess Eru. So we're really looking forward to that. It's a celebration of our culture, our music, our storytelling. I've been practicing my Kupla Fuckle of Irish also, and Michael hopes I don't make a holy show of him by singing and dancing. But it's great. I think the Irish, we have such a love for our culture, and it's wonderful now. Tribes are coming together. That's what I wrote about earlier today. It's about finding your tribe, and they're all around the world, light workers and trailblazers, and we feel privileged to call you our friend and to be able to connect with you. And please come back next year. We're going to put all your details in the description below when we do these little Zooms. It's like a taster. And people say, oh, Felix Hyde, I've heard about him. God, he's big on TikTok. And now they have all your details and they'll be booking sessions. I know, I'm such a PR person.
Well, I'm really hoping to come back next March, actually.
Oh, my, fantastic. Yes, because I'm sure you'll be in Carlow again also. And then we certainly would like to organize something and spend more time with you too, because every time we see you give us so much incredible information, and then you affirm our belief systems too, and it's just magic. So Kuramila Mahagat, Felix, thank you so much for your time this morning, and we'll be airing this now as our sound special.
Fabulous. Yeah, no, that'd be wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. It's been great.
Yeah, really lovely. And sure, we will be talking to you again very soon.
Yes, yes, we're going to see you in Leeds when we go over to collect our award, our prestige award.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fantastic. Yes, I'd say we might have a little glass of wine or something there to celebrate.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll think about it. No worries. You have to just send me all the details, and I'll come and pick you up. So yeah,
we will do. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much.
That's very kind. Yeah.
So listen, until we talk again, have a wonderful week. Happy Sound, which for us as Irish people is the New Year, the celebration of the New Year, and we're looking forward to celebrating it in style with friends and with colleagues and with like-minded people. As Julie says, it's about finding your tribe and feeling comfortable with them and being able to share openly without having to guard what you're doing or what you're saying. So listen, thank you very much, Felix.
Namaste.
Namaste.
More hearts to your ascending blessings.
See you soon.
Thank you so much. Bye.